Imagine a world where Lionel Messi never became the symbol of Barcelona. A world where, in 2008, he crossed the line and joined their greatest rival. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're exploring one of the biggest what-if scenarios in football history. And trust me, this timeline spirals into places most fans never even consider. Analysts believe that a move like this would have sent shockwaves through La Liga, the Champions League, and football culture forever. But here's where the timeline starts to shift. In real life, 2008 was the moment Messi transformed from a rising star into the beating heart of Barcelona. Pep Guardiola had just taken over, building a system that many fans speculate was crafted precisely to elevate Messi. Meanwhile, Real Madrid were still riding the afterglow of their early 2000s Galácticos era, searching for a new identity and a new superstar to carry them forward. Cristiano Ronaldo was still at Manchester United, winning trophies and edging toward global superstardom. Most fans never think about this part, but the stage was perfectly set for a dramatic, alternate path. Think about that for a second. Now imagine the transfer happening, Messi to Real Madrid in 2008. The ultimate betrayal. Football history suggests that this would have changed the balance of power overnight. For Real Madrid supporters, it would have been the ultimate power move. For Barcelona fans, many analysts believe it wouldn't just feel like losing a player, it would feel like losing a piece of their identity. And this next twist changes everything. Messi wouldn't have walked into Guardiola's perfectly tailored system. Instead, he'd enter a Real Madrid dressing room defined by star power, individual brilliance, and a very different tactical philosophy. But this next part is where football history truly rewrites itself. Tactically, Real Madrid might have used Messi in a more vertical, counter-attacking role, leaning into his acceleration and dribbling rather than the positional interchanges he mastered under Guardiola. Analysts speculate that he may have played closer to a second striker, feeding off long transitions instead of patient possession. Here's the surprising part. This change could have altered his development. Without Barcelona's intricate passing structure, Messi might have grown into an even more direct, explosive attacker or, depending on coaching philosophies, he might have struggled to reach the same creative heights. But this next detail completely changes the direction of Messi's career. Cristiano Ronaldo's eventual transfer to Real Madrid in 2009 is where the alternate timeline becomes truly unpredictable. Many fans speculate that Real Madrid wouldn't have pursued Ronaldo with the same urgency if Messi were already their new crown jewel. Or, if Ronaldo still arrived, their chemistry or rivalry could reshape everything. Instead of El Clasico being defined by Messi versus Ronaldo, football history suggests it might become Messi and Ronaldo in the same white shirt, competing internally for goals, leadership, and global spotlight. Think about that rivalry compressed into one dressing room. This next twist changes everything again. Would they elevate each other to even greater heights? Or would their overlapping roles force one of them to shift tactically? Most fans never think about how different their careers could look side by side. Meanwhile, Barcelona without Messi in 2008 is a story with its own emotional shockwaves. Guardiola's entire system would need reimagining. Analysts believe that instead of leaning on Messi, Barcelona might have elevated players like Andres, Iniesta, and Xavi even further, or aggressively pursued outside talent to fill the creative void. But here's where the timeline starts to bend again. Without Messi, Barcelona's era of dominance, the sextuple, the tiki-taka golden age, the Champions League triumphs may never happen in the same way. Think about that for a second. The entire identity of modern Barcelona could shift overnight. El Clasico would transform into something else entirely. Instead of a clash between two titans on opposite sides, it becomes the story of betrayal, redemption, and rivalry turned inward. Fans worldwide would tune in not just for football quality, but for emotional narrative. For Barcelona supporters, every match against Madrid would sting, watching the player who was once their golden boy now wearing the enemy's crest. For Real Madrid fans, the arrival of Messi could be seen as a symbolic victory, the ultimate statement of dominance. And here's where the plot deepens. This shift could intensify the rivalry to a level football may never have seen before. The Champions League picture also changes dramatically. If Messi joins Madrid in 2008, analysts believe the club might have ended their long drought even earlier. With Messi's creativity and Real Madrid's firepower, European nights could produce completely different winners. Barcelona, on the other hand, might struggle to replicate their real-world success. Many fans speculate that without Messi's influence, tournaments like the 2009 or 2011 Champions League could swing toward English clubs, or even to emerging Serie A sides. And this next twist changes everything. Messi's absence at Barcelona might allow another young talent to rise instead, creating a new football narrative entirely. The Ballon d'Or race becomes one of the biggest mysteries in this alternate world. Without Messi's Barcelona era, football history suggests his individual awards might decrease. But if he joins Madrid and forms a deadly partnership or rivalry with Ronaldo, the voting could become even more unpredictable. Imagine seasons where both play for the same club, pushing each other statistically while splitting global fan bases. Or imagine a scenario where one of them becomes overshadowed, changing legacy conversations forever. Most fans never think about how fragile these award narratives truly are. The cultural impact is enormous. Worldwide fan reactions would be explosive. Messi, known for loyalty and emotional connection to Barcelona. Taking the white shirt would redefine how fans view loyalty itself. For many, it might feel like witnessing the biggest football betrayal ever. For others, it becomes a story of reinvention, ambition, and rivalry reborn. Here's the surprising part. Even international football could shift. Analysts believe that a more physical, counter-attacking Messi might influence Argentina's tactical approach, potentially altering Copa America and World Cup performances in the 2010s. But this next part is where everything comes full circle. In this alternate world, both Messi's and Ronaldo's legacies look completely different. Instead of two icons defining opposing philosophies, La Masia versus Old Trafford, possession versus power, Catalonia versus Madrid. Their stories intertwine, overlap, and collide. El Clásico evolves, Champions League timelines shift, and generations of fans grow up with a completely different understanding of greatness. And this detail changes everything. The mythology of modern football might no longer be built on rivalry, but on convergence. In the end, Messi joining Real Madrid in 2008 would have rewritten every chapter of modern football. And maybe the biggest mystery is whether the sport would be better or simply unrecognizable. If you enjoyed deep football, what-if stories, and alternate history breakdowns, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.